Su Mingchen is a rich man and owner of a large alcoholic beverage company. The man suffers from acquired genetic deficiency syndrome, which causes the growth factor to work in the opposite direction. There are only 4 reported cases of it in the world, and doctors can't find a cure. At 31, the man looks 19 years old and keeps getting younger, which leads to a painful condition and heart problems. He hasn't appeared in public for over 6 months and can't conduct business because of his poor health. Lu Fenfen is a unique girl with a talent for absolute taste. She dreams of becoming a sommelier and wins the contest, but her former classmate does everything to deny her the job because of her lack of proper education and knowledge of French. Desperate, Fenfen finds herself in the men's restroom, where she accidentally meets Ming Chen. The man loses consciousness, and the girl tries to help him by performing CPR. Thanks to the kiss, he regains consciousness and feels an improvement in his condition, which seems suspicious. At the hospital, Ming Chen kisses the girl and realizes that he really feels better. He offers Fenfen money to kiss him, but is refused. Fenfen is alarmed by what has happened, as she has a boyfriend, but her friend suggests keeping quiet about it. Soon, Fenfen starts working as a wine promoter in a regular store. Here she is also found by Ming Chen's friends, who want to test the girl's human qualities and find out if she has a boyfriend. They find out that Fenfen is not single, and the boyfriend asks her out. The girl assumes that she will get a marriage proposal, but things don't go according to plan. On the date, the guy shows up with his new bride, twice his age. He rudely breaks up with Fenfen, because of which a conflict begins. The woman attacks the girl, but Ming Chen and his friend defend her. Fenfen falls into despair and gets drunk, but finds common language with Ming Chen, considering him her best friend. At the same time, the girl is against his attempt to kiss her, as they are not in a relationship, and she believes that Ming Chen is younger than her. In the evening, Ming Chen carries the girl home and helps her into the apartment. The couple accidentally kiss, thanks to which the man's well-being stabilizes again. The next morning, he finds himself embroiled in a scandal. During the night, Feng Feng's boss came to her apartment and saw Ming Chen kissing the sleeping girl without her permission. Ming Chen could have ended up in jail, but his friends solved the problem and bought the apartment next door, passing him off as a neighbor who decided to help the drunk girl. Meeting the next morning, Fenfen shows concern for the man, and he realizes that she is too kind. Tests confirm that Ming Chen's health is improving, but he needs to kiss Fenfen every day to do so. Meanwhile, the girl rejoices when she learns that the country's best sommelier named Philip is returning to town. The next morning, Ming Chen starts courting Fenfen and asks her out on a date. He proposes to start a relationship, but is refused and receives a portion of ridicule, because the girl believes that Ming Chen is younger, and the only thing that can be between them is friendship. Soon, Philip returns to China, and it turns out that he is Ming Chen's younger brother, not keeping in touch with the family because of old family secrets. Philip wants to start his own wine business and meets Fenfen. After learning about her impeccable taste, he invites the girl to take a sommelier course and introduces her to the public, which makes Ming Chen jealous and angry. In the evening, Fenfen assumes that their neighbor looks like Ming Chen and decides to check it out with her friend. They almost expose the younger businessman, but he lies about being his younger brother. The girlfriend continues to investigate, but believes that the young neighbor is not Ming Chen, but a brother who has gone abroad. The next morning, she answers a call from Feng Feng's grandfather and accidentally informs him that her granddaughter has broken up with her boyfriend. The next morning, the grandfather arrives in town to make sure his granddaughter is doing well. The old man decides to take care of Fenfen and solve her personal relationship problems by introducing her to a guy from their village. The girl gets into an awkward situation and asks her friend to solve the problem. The journalist turns to Ming Chen and he saves Fenfen by pretending to be her boyfriend. The girl has a hard time fooling her grandfather, but has to play along so he won't worry and won't look for any more awful suitors. The couple has a hard time bonding, but the old man forces them to act like a real couple in love. A little later, they go to an amusement park where the grandfather talks about his granddaughter and her plight. Ming Chen realizes that he has begun to fall in love and wants to make Feng Feng happy. The next day, the man gives the girl a ride, intimidating her with his speed and driving skill. Their sympathy becomes mutual, but each is afraid to admit to himself the feelings. In the supermarket quarrel with the customer, because of which the worst salesman can be fired. Just at this moment, Fenfen gets into a scandal with a disgruntled customer. He accuses her of selling fake wine and demands a penalty. Ming Chen defends the girl and takes a picture of the customer, creating the scandal so that a friend can verify who the man is and what his true motives are. Through deduction, Ming Chen exposes the fraudster and the friend calls the police to have him arrested and sent to jail. The couple spends more and more time together, and the man realizes that he has finally fallen in love with the kind and charming Fenfen. The next morning, he pays the rent for the apartment instead of the girl, demanding in return to spend one night with him. The girl girl has to agree, but asks him not to cross the line because they are friends, like brother and sister. Back in the company, Mingchen becomes a gentler and kinder manager. He does not terminate the contract with delinquent companions, which causes resentment in his uncle. The man tries to scandalize Ming Chen, but finds no support, neither in his nephew's eyes nor in his conversation with his older sister. Meanwhile, Fen meets Philip and agrees to dine with him. The girl again demonstrates impeccable taste and treats the sommelier. In the evening, she is given the promised bonus, and her colleagues invite Fen to karaoke. She tries to return Ming Chen's money to break the contract, but in the end, she is forced to invite him to take her to karaoke to keep her promise and spend time together. The store staff suggests playing a game of truth or action. Feng is the first to answer the question and says that she doesn't love anyone. Dreaming of a career as a sommelier, Ming Chen must perform the action and kiss the girl. It's the perfect chance to improve his health, but he realizes he doesn't like Fen and leaves without kissing her. This disappoints the girl, causing her to start dreaming about the kiss and having horrible dreams. The boss continues to court Fen, but she does not notice it, considering him a boss and not perceiving him as a man. The next morning, Ming Chen's friend almost starts a fire by forgetting eggs on the stove. Feng hears a foul odor and rescues the man. At one point, the couple kiss, but it is only the girl's imagination. Ming Chen is disappointed in himself and doesn't want to take advantage of the girl's naivety, so he takes his time kissing her despite his illness. A little later, Ming Chen and Philip try to talk like brothers, but it ends in another fight. Feng enters another contest to get a sommelier masterclass from Philippe. Bybin is also here and spoils the girl's wine, causing her to lose the final challenge. Philip doesn't understand how Fen failed the test, but can't do anything to help her. The next morning at the store, the boy falls and is injured. Fen is blamed for what happened, and the girl decides to quit. Depressed, she decides to return to the village to her grandfather, but Ming Chen prevents this. He supports Feng in a difficult moment, and secretly from her does everything to be invited to a job interview. The girl is invited to be an assistant sommelier in one of his hotels, but Bybin works here, trying to harm her former classmate by all means. Feng is ready for the difficulties and thanks Ming Chen for supporting her. The pair grow close, but refrain from kissing for fear of breaking their friendship. In the hotel, Fen finds common language with some colleagues, but there are those who dream of firing her. Soon the girl is accused of stealing a diamond ring, but a hidden surveillance camera proves her innocence. After the test, Fen gets a position as a sommelier, despite Bybin's attempts to prevent it. In the evening, the girl arrives home late and mistakes the stalking Ming Chen for a maniac. After going to get eye drops for a man, she doesn't notice that the real maniac is following her. Feng tries to escape from a maniac who turns out to be one of the movers, but falls into an inoperative construction elevator, injuring her leg. Ming Chen realizes that something has happened to the girl and sets out to find her. Sensing the girl and that she is in danger, Ming Chen finds Feng. He feels sick and can't get her out, instead falling inside. Afraid of passing out, Ming Chen kisses Fen, making him feel better. At the same time, their friends manage to catch the maniac. In the hospital, Fen is afraid to confess her love to a man and practices on a doll, but her friends overhear her and tell Ming Chen, making them a couple. Ming Chen decides to tell the girl the truth about her illness, but her older sister convinces her to keep it a secret for a while longer. The couple starts a relationship, but Feng again has difficulties at work. She comes up with a cunning plan to make sure no one fires the worst employee, but Bybin exposes the plan. There is a scandal in the hotel, but the head of the company takes the sommelier's side and cancels the dismissal of the guilty subordinates. In the evening, the couple arranges a dinner, but Fen meets Philip. He tries to understand how the girl failed the competition and realizes that she was framed by adding grape juice to the wine. Instead of investigating and finding the culprit, Philip offers Fen the role of his assistant in the masterclass, and the girl happily accepts. Ming Chen keeps calling her, and she tells the man that she is about to return home. Upon hearing her call Ming Chen by his real name, Philip is furious and realizes that the older brother is deceiving the girl by pretending to be his younger brother who ran away overseas. A little later, the brothers discuss the situation and clash again as they are both in love with Feng and would like to be close to her. In the evening, Ming Chen finally makes a formal proposal to Fen to be his girlfriend and gets her consent. At the masterclass, Bybin tries to provoke Fen into a conflict, but the girl knows how to stand up for herself. She guesses that the former classmate spoiled the wine, but promises to keep the secret if Bybin leaves her alone. A little later, the friends organize a dinner where Fenfen drinks a little too much. The couple goes to a hotel room where the girl dreams of making love. Ming-chen decides not to take advantage of the situation and just goes to sleep next to her. In the morning, he gives the girl comfortable sneakers, and Philip gives her beautiful shoes to go on stage with him during the gala event. Ming-chen shows up at the gala later than the others and sees his girlfriend wearing the shoes Philip gave her. Disappointed, he leaves, but in the evening, he tries to forget about what happened. The couple is thwarted by Philip, who decides to expose his older brother who has been deceiving the girl all along. After learning that Ming-chen is Philip's older brother who has been hiding his identity, Feng Feng refuses to listen to excuses and leaves with the sommelier. At the restaurant, Philip offers to leave China and asks for a chance to be her boyfriend, but Fen rejects him, as she still loves Ming-chen. Upon returning home, she meets the man and allows him to explain himself. Ming-chen is ready to tell the whole truth, but a doctor friend stops him. The comrade tells him about Ming-chen's illness, but not that Fen is his only cure. Realizing that there are no more secrets between them, the couple resumes their relationship and appear at work together, falling victim to gossip as a result. Bybin tries to quarrel them, but she is unsuccessful. Then Ming-chen's uncle suggests that Bybin overthrow and ruin Ming-chen so that she will be there for him in his time of need. In the evening, the couple takes advantage of the romantic situation and the absence of their best friend. They have a drink and are about to make love, but Qiao Yu returns unexpectedly, spoiling the date, and the couple have to just go to bed. The next morning, Nana, the heiress of a rival company, returns to China and should be befriended. Nana is in love with Ming-chen and wants to be with him as they grew up together like brother and sister. The girl tries in every possible way to find a way to meet the man, but he avoids her as he loves Feng Feng and is not going to betray her. At the same time, the couple is trying to move to the next step in the relationship, but can't do it. The friend assumes that the mate's body is the problem and teases him, promising to look into the matter. A little later, the comrade cuts the electricity cable and changes the password on the front door so that Ming-chen and Fen are forced to start living together. Fen learns from Beibin who Nana is and has to organize a family dinner. The girl's disappointed but decides to trust the man and his loyalty to her. A little later, Fen and Nana meet by chance in a liquor store without realizing who they are to Ming-chen. The girls manage to hit it off, resulting in them having lunch at a restaurant and becoming good friends. A little later, Nana tries to find a way to influence Ming-chen through his sister or brother, but they reveal that he has a girlfriend. Moreover, Nana guesses that Philip is also in love with this special girl. At night, thanks to the efforts of the mate, Ming-chen and Fen do decide to start living together. Nana proposes to Philip to do anything to make Fen his girlfriend, but the sommelier doesn't think it's possible. Meanwhile, Fen takes a bath and, after drinking some wine, finds herself in an awkward situation. Her friend gives her sound advice for the girl to dress up and go to dinner. Having a great time at dinner, the couple finally secludes themselves in the bedroom to finally bond with each other. Meanwhile, Hele realizes that he has wronged Qiao Yu and apologizes by renting her a hotel room. The next day, Feng Feng and Ming-chen go to dinner with the man's family where Nana is present. The girls recognize each other, but Nana changes towards Fen after learning that she is Ming-chen's girlfriend. The dinner becomes tense and conflicted as the brothers fight, and Nana provokes Fen into jealousy and conflict, but everyone present defends the girl. The next morning, the hotel prepares to host a popular critic and internet star. A woman orders wine and harshly criticizes the service. The only way to make things right is to taste the wine and determine the reason why it became off-flavored. Fen saves the hotel's reputation and solves the problem, resulting in Bybin being found guilty and Fen being promoted to become the hotel's director on par with Bybin. Soon Philip proposes to Fen to develop wine together, and the girl agrees to help him in this. Ming-chen is jealous of her younger brother, but she proves to him her loyalty and inability to betray him. Fen, being the new director, is ordered to take charge of buying local wines to sell at their hotel. Together with the sommelier, the girl checks every bottle and does her best to buy an affordable but quality product and ensure a good profit for the company. Ming-chen is skeptical about the abrupt change in the vector of activity, but agrees with the girl after tasting the wine selected by her. Everything goes fine, and it seems that Fen is waiting for another success. A week later, the hotel is attacked by journalists and dissatisfied customers. They were sold cheap and counterfeit wine, causing many to end up in the hospital. Big sister Ming-Chen decides to look into it and conduct her own investigation. Fen-Fen is sure that the product was of good quality and it is impossible, but she is suspended. Bybin is happy about this and mocks her former classmate, while Chao Yu finds out what happened and also decides to investigate as an independent journalist. Ming-Chen learns about the scandal in the company and urgently returns from a business trip to support the girl in her time of need. The company's rating and reputation are suffering, so everyone is busy trying to get to the bottom of what happened and find the culprits. Ming-Chen also joins the investigation, as he doesn't believe his girlfriend is involved in all of this. Bybin realizes that Uncle Ming-Chen has gone too far, but he wants to destroy his nephew and his reputation in order to become at the helm of the company. Fan-Feng gets depressed and gets drunk to avoid thinking bad thoughts. Ming-Chen blames himself as he hides the truth about his health from his girlfriend, but his friend asks him not to tell the truth. Ming-Chen visits one of his clients sent away by bad alcohol. Using pressure and financial rewards, he realizes they are being duped. Journalists have been working under orders, and most of the complaints are fake to slander their company. Soon, Nana helps the competitors find out that Bybin is involved. Under pressure, the girl confesses that it was Uncle Ming-Chen who purposely caused their company's problems. After learning about everything, Ming-Chen and his older sister fire the uncle, as well as Bybin, because she betrayed them. Min-Chen and Feng-Feng are happy to solve the problems, but a new one appears. As someone has published a photo of them in bed, Ming-Chen's older sister suspects Fen-Fen, so she fires the girl. Nana again helps to silence the conflict, and Ming-Chen does not believe that his beloved is capable of such an act. After the incident, there are rumors that Nana and Ming-Chen are the perfect couple to announce the beginning of their relationship. Bybin openly mocks the unhappy Fen-Fen and is happy that the girl is unhappy because it was she who took her phone and published the very picture. In the evening, Fen-Fen tries to talk to Ming-Chen, but the man rejects her, not believing the girl's words. In order to avoid reputational problems, it was decided to state that Ming-Chen and Fen-Fen are not in a relationship, and the girl took advantage of the situation to take a photo with a rich man. Against this backdrop, Fen-Fen returns to her friend's house and gets drunk. In the evening, she goes out to get wine, but cannot return home as the door is locked. Philip meets and supports the girl, offering cooperation. Feng-Feng packs her things and leaves Ming-Chen's apartment. He is unable to stop her, so the couple breaks up. Trying to get the girl back, Ming-Chen investigates and finds out that Bybin is behind the incident. Ming-Chen's older sister finally ruins Bybin's career, but Feng-Feng does not forgive the man because he did not believe her. The couple finally breaks up as Fen-Fen believes that Nana is more suitable for a rich man. Meanwhile, Philip dreams of falling in love with Fen-Fen, while Nana hopes to get Ming-Chen. With each passing day, Ming-Chen's condition begins to deteriorate. A doctor friend asks him to do anything to kiss Fen-Fen again, but the man is not ready to manipulate her feelings. Meanwhile, Philip tries to get closer to the girl through working together on wine production. Fen-Fen tries, but she fails, as she loves Ming-Chen and thinks only of him. While trying to get closer to the girl, Philip talks about why he hates his family. Years ago, they were involved in a car accident and lost their parents. Finding herself in a difficult situation, her older sister saved Ming-Chen, but not Philip, causing him to be unable to forgive them. As Ming-Chen is getting worse, Hele decides to meet with Fen-Fen and report everything the man has done to protect the girl and her reputation. She decides to visit Ming-Chen and sees that he is not well. The couple loves each other, but is afraid to make the first move. Soon, Bybin asks Fen-Fen for a meeting, during which they fight again. Fen-Fen realizes that Ming-Chen loves only her and decides to go back to him. In the evening, she and her friends throw a romantic surprise party, but things don't go according to plan. Hele and Ming-Chen get electrocuted, but this in no way prevents the couple from making up and kissing. The next morning, Fen-Fen moves back in to live with Ming-Chen. At the same time, the relationship between Hele and Chao Yu also gets better, and they accidentally kiss. Philip asks Fen-Fen to create a new flavor of wine that his company will sell. The girl approaches the task with great responsibility, as it will be one of the first 3 wine flavors to be sold. Because of her great love and success in the relationship, she makes a delicious and sweet wine, which annoys Philip, who is in love with her. Soon Ming-Chen comes to their workshop and diligently courts his girlfriend, which angers Philip even more. A little later, he harshly criticizes the girl for the wine he has created and asks her to change it. Ming-Chen supports Fen-Fen and suggests not to change anything, as she has a perfect sense of taste. Fen-Fen decides to listen to her man and keep the sweet wine. Soon her wine appears on store shelves and gains popularity, but no one buys it online. In an attempt to remedy this, she and Chao Yu host a live broadcast. Ming-Chen helps promote the product, resulting in sales breaking breaking all records, and Philip admitting that he was too hard on the girl. During the party, Fen feels disappointed to learn that Philip has switched her wine and started selling a drink with a completely different flavor. Disappointed in herself and her abilities, Fen decides to quit, but Philip does not let her go. He proposes a dinner where he confesses his love to the girl. Fen rejects the sommelier because she loves his brother and wants to be only with him. Ming-Chen interferes with the conversation, causing the brothers to clash again. Philip is ready to win Fen like a prize, for which he gets punched in the face. The next morning, Fen quits his job and Philip's older sister buys and immediately closes his business. He fights with his sister, both about the past and her current behavior, but she's not about to make excuses. Ming-Chen realizes that his brother has false ideas about the past, but Philip won't listen to him. A little later, Chao Yu suggests that Feng Feng start her own wine company, but it needs an investor. The secret investor turns out to be Ming-Chen, who agrees to cover 70% of the costs. Fen, Chao Yu, and Hele team up to create a better wine company and soon succeed. They invite a fuzz blogger and critic as a star for publicity, but at the last minute, this girl leaves for Philip. He re-establishes the company and presents a wine similar to what Fen produced. Despite the competition, Chao Yu does her best to sell the product. In the evening, she and Hele get so drunk that they spend the night together and wake up in the same bed. Taking what happened too seriously, Hele proposes to Chao Yu to become his spouse. Soon a famous blogger decides to work with them, but Feng refuses, as she does not tolerate liars and traitors. Ming-Chen worries a lot, as he hides from the girl the fact that she is his cure. Soon Chao Yu and Hele are informed that they will soon get married, as the girl is pregnant and expecting a baby. Ming-Chen is also thinking of proposing marriage to Feng, but he has to tell her the truth first, and he is afraid of that. A while later, Ming-Chen and his sister's company starts to have big problems. Their uncle has sold the company's shares, causing foreign investors to swallow up their business. The family can only be saved by a huge amount of money, and Fen decides to help them. She wins a contest with the best wine, but it's too small an amount to make a difference. Not having the strength to wait for Ming-Chen to propose to her, the girl decides to organize a grand party herself. She asks Ming-Chen to become her husband, but is refused, causing her to throw the ring into the river. A little later, Fen talks to Beibin and realizes that Ming-Chen would be better off with Nana because her family is rich and can help her rivals. The next morning, Fen leaves a goodbye note and leaves, and Ming-Chen becomes ill again. Fen goes to her grandfather's village, but soon Philip arrives here as well. He tries to get closer to the girl, but this is prevented by Ming-Chen, who is determined to bring her home. Fen succumbs to the charms of her lover and returns to the city, after which Ming-Chen offers her to become his wife. Beibin gets drunk because of what happened and gets surrounded by maniacs, but the doctor protects her and takes her to a hotel. At one point they kiss, but after the incident, Beibin pushes Ming-Chen's friend away, as she still loves the rich man. The older sister officially allows Ming-Chen and Feng to legalize their marriage. Ming-Chen decides to tell Philip the truth about the accident and offers to talk to the police officer who saved them that day. Upon meeting the police officer, Philip realizes that his sister wanted to save him but was stopped. Realizing the mistake, he makes peace with his family and decides to return to France. Meanwhile, Chao Yu notices that Hele is hiding something from her. She interrogates her newfound husband and learns the secret of Ming-Chen recovering from Feng's kisses. Her friend wishes she could tell the girl about it, but decides to hide it like everyone else. A few days later, Fen goes to a bridal salon to choose a beautiful dress. Beibin can't stand the fact that the man she loves is marrying someone else and tries to end her life. The doctor saves her and tells her that Fen is a cure for a disease, and the couple was brought together not by love, but by Ming-Chen's attempt to cure herself. A little later, Ming-Chen meets Philip and invites him to her wedding. The rich man tells his brother about his illness and that Feng is his salvation. It is also revealed that the accident was staged by their uncle, and now Ming-Chen has enough evidence to put the traitor in jail. A couple days later, Beibin shows up at the wedding preparations and tells Fen the truth. At first, the girl doesn't believe it, but then she begins to doubt. Remembering the events of the past, she realizes that the former classmate could have told the truth. In the evening, Fen secretly sneaks into the doctor's office and Ming-Chen's comrade, where she finds proof of Beibin's words. Barely holding back tears, Fen enlists the support of her grandfather, who is ready to make any decision. Soon the wedding day arrives, but the girl is terribly sad, which is noticed by the others. As the guests gather, the doctor informs Ming-Chen that Fen knows his secret, which could ruin their relationship. A few minutes later, Fen asks Ming-Chen if he's ever lied to her. He says no and lies again, causing the girl to cancel the wedding wedding and destroy their photos together. Mingchen is disappointed by Baiben's behavior, but thanks her for the truth, because he would never have dared to tell Fengfeng about it. The doctor is also disappointed in Baiben, so he leaves her, leaving her all alone. Fengfeng resents her friend for hiding the truth, but forgives her, begging her to return Mingchen's engagement ring. A short while later, Fengfeng demands that Mingchen sell her shares in her business. He agrees to do so, but the girl's company finds itself on the verge of bankruptcy. Soon, Mingchen sends the girl a letter of apology, in which he tells the truth about his illness. He visits her, but gets slapped for trying to kiss the girl. Mingchen offers Fengfeng a kissing contract, but the girl refuses. She looks for investors for her business, but everyone refuses. The only one who agrees is a businessman who agrees to invest only on the condition that Mingchen and Fengfeng get back together. After learning that without her kisses, Mingchen could lose her life, Fengfeng has signed the contract and is ready to kiss, but Mingchen is in no hurry to do so. He loves the girl and shows her respect, so he doesn't insist on kissing her. Instead, Mingchen asks Fengfeng to move in with him as soon as possible, as he wants to spend every minute of his life with her. At the same time, it becomes clear that kissing the girl is no longer a cure for her illness. Mingchen's condition is getting worse by the day, and he may lose his life because his cure was not kisses, but the love of a girl who no longer exists. His brother, older sister, friends, and doctor try to do their best, but they are powerless. They are forced to watch Mingchen get worse and feed him medication that struggles to keep him healthy. Philip is depressed by what is happening, but Mingchen asks him to take care of Fengfeng and the business after he disappears. Mingchen devotes all his free time to Fengfeng, telling her about his first love. The girl is jealous, not realizing that it is about her, and dreams of a contract kiss, but Mingchen is in no hurry to make it happen. Soon Fengfeng is developing new wines, and an investor promises a large cash investment in her wine company. A doctor friend tries to tell Fengfeng about Mingchen's illness, but the girl declares that she no longer loves the man. Heavily accepting this, he packs his things and leaves home for the hospital to fall into an eternal sleep. A while later, the doctor meets Fengfeng and asks him to visit Mingchen one last time. At the hospital, it is revealed that Mingchen has fallen into a coma as his health continues to deteriorate. No more medicine helps him. Fengfeng's kisses are also powerless, and the doctors don't understand the reason for it. The girl decides to see Mingchen and rushes to his room, seeing that the man has come to his senses. A week later, he is taken abroad for treatment, and Fengfeng promises to spend every minute of her time with him. The girl kisses Mingchen and cries, causing her tears to fall onto his hand. The man is released home for a few days to spend them by Fengfeng's side. After arranging a surprise for her, Mingchen confesses his love to the girl and gives her an engagement ring. The couple kiss and realize that they will love each other until the last minute of their lives, no matter what. A week passes and Fengfeng returns to the hospital, but Mingchen has gone abroad, leaving a farewell letter. The girl cries, sad and bored, causing her health to suffer. She faints and ends up in the hospital, but the doctors can't help her. 6 months later, Fengfeng presents a new wine dedicated to Mingchen and faints again. When her friends leave her, the girl escapes from the ward and goes to the place where she first confessed her love to a man. Soon, Mingchen appears here as well, having recovered and returned home. Noticing that the girl is fainting, Mingchen picks her up and kisses her, for now his kisses can cure Fengfeng of her illness.